You talked about your travels. You and Senator McCain recently went to Iraq. I'd like to ask you about, obviously, Senator McCain had a speech on the economy a few days ago, and he talked about several $100 million in tax cuts. Explain to us how that plays into a war that's costing $13 billion a month. Will your candidate address how the war in Iraq plays into the economy?
Oh, for sure, and he's already done that. You know, I thought John's economic program, look, I don't agree with everything John McCain is for. He doesn't agree with everything I'm for, but that's the great thing about him. He doesn't apply a 100% litmus test. He likes debate, he likes discussion, and then he likes to get things done. Look, if you believe the war in Iraq and succeeding there, excuse me, is important to America's security and the world's security, then you're proud of the progress our troops have made over the last year, and you think victory is in reach, then you're going to finish this fight. And in that sense, you don't think about it as a business matter. On the other hand, John McCain has been very clear about the fact that the Iraqis now have money in the bank because oil is pumped and selling for so much, and they have to begin to pick up a lot of the cost, their side of the cost of this war. And they're going to do that. When we were with, Senator McCain and I were with Prime Minister Maliki about a month ago in Baghdad, we made that point. He said, essentially, I hear you and I'm going to do it. And I think that's the way in the short run to lower our costs associated with this war.
But Senator, how can you not address the business angle of this when we are possibly in or heading toward a recession and hemorrhaging money into this war? How can you not separate the two? How can you separate the two?
Well, I don't think it's hemorrhaging, and I don't think the war is the problem with the economic troubles we're having now. I think it was essentially a real estate bubble that just burst, and a lot of people who were greedy and playing fast and loose with other people's money that caused us to be in the problem we're in now. But we remain a strong economy, and look, we're spending just about 4% of our gross domestic product on national security, on defense today. That compares with about 8 or 9% during Vietnam and almost 14% during Korea. So we can afford this if you believe that victory over Al-Queda and Iran in Iraq is important to us. If you think it's okay for Al-Queda and Iran to take over Iraq and destabilize the Middle East and come back and attack us again, well, then you'll make a kind of green eyeshade judgment and say we can't afford it. I hope we're not at that point in this country. I think the American people, though they have a lot of questions about why we got into Iraq, they want to succeed here because they know it matters to us here at home. Actually, the worst thing in many ways for our economy would be for us to lose in Iraq, because America is not going to fare well economically or any other way if Al-Qaeda or Iran beat us in Iraq.